Hello there everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Final Fantasy XIV, streaming this of course live on Twitch and exporting it later over to YouTube. Continuing our journey as our level 78 dancer, and I just realised I haven't muted myself on Twitch. Nice job, there you go. Professional gameplay at work here, god damn it. But yeah, we're playing as a Yuri Yascaret, and in the last stream we managed to locate Alphino in a region of the First World, and we managed to gain access to the city of Jouberault for maybe 5 minutes. And then we promptly had to make a swift departure after insulting the lord of that city. So we've returned to the Crystarium, and we're now going to find out more about the location where Alphino's twin, Alisaie, is. Apparently she is to the south on the front lines, learning how to deal with the Sin Eaters. So, as I said, we're now in the Ocular. I do need to repair my gear slightly, but I can do that in my own time off with passing a vendor. We have some more, this item level 85 here. In fact, I think I have a lot of gear from various dungeons, dailies I've been running, that I need to drop off back at the source world at some point when I have time. I'll probably do that after this stream since I keep forgetting. Either way, in search of Alisaie. The Crystal Exarch is eager for you to meet with Alisaie. Okay, so we're traveling through a desert via a caravan. Okay. I'll hand over this letter of introduction. Okay, well, looks like Kasada's already all prepared. We were probably making a good timing there. If we had waited any longer, they might have left already.
Amh Areng. From this parched earth, the nation of Amh Areng once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Amh Areng meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
we are. Did I just see somewhere the actual, like, the flood of light border? I guess we'll sharp find out. Okay, so this is the entire region. Okay, guess so it's actually going to be journeying with us. It's an unusual monster. What is that? A gigantender. Like a sabon. Like a sabotender, but larger, of course. Desert armadillos. We have aether currents. Once again, if they're conveniently nearby, we'll grab them. But if they're out in the sticks, then I'll grab them in my own time. So we can try and unlock flight in these regions. Like an ancient desert palace. Ah, yeah, you can kind of see, like, I'm guessing that's the Flood of Light's wall or barrier. Jesus, this is yeah, this is actually a hunting mark. There's an aether current really close by. Is it on top of here? Or is it actually in... Oh! Ah, nice. It is up here. I guess that's a settlement where we're going. Maud Souk. City of the Maud. Cassard stands at the entrance to Maud Souk, an eager smile on his face. Oh, the Maud, yeah, the kobolds. Oh, as we would know them. I'm guessing since we see a kobold there. Guess we're here to make introductions. There's no Ethernet shards here. It's quite a small little... I'd call it more of a village than anything. Oh.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Maud Souk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Amh Areng. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Amh Areng by choice, but Maud Souk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Maud dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Maud do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Stampede!
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
The one person who didn't stampede us. That's a good impression. The cracking of the coin purse. A gold coin in common circulation within the kingdom of Vobert. That was at its peak. Browse Ron1's wares. You may move the camera as well and zoom in. I guess we can inspect them. We have skewers with frogs, it seems. We have... What kind of meat is this? Best parts of a lizard. Cured with spicy spices. We have bread. Stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits. Sounds quite nice, actually. And then we have the worms. Plump white worms slathered in honey. Delightful. I'll take some of the bread. $40 loaves of bread. I think we'll share the rest. We are. And now we've actually unlocked various quests here in Mordsuk. So before we speak to Cassard once again, let's see how we can help the locals earn some more trust. The most succulent of succulents. Bill is looking for an unsuspecting labourer to help him make a quick kill. Unsuspecting. Okay, slay some Gigantentas. Of course, we are quest synced, so we'll be summoning some level 78 ones. Worm food. The rumbling of this flea-bitten scavenger's stomach echoes through Mordsuk. He's want to distract his boss with his favourite snack. We'll grab one more quest. We'll grab this one up here, why not? Oh, nope, it's over here. Pure, poorly scribed flyer. Pass the parcel. A flyer for attracting prospective employees catches your eye. Honest pay for honest work, no experience is necessary. Okay. Got a parcel to hand out to someone. Is there another way out of this city? Or is it just one exit? Why are you out here? Oh. I see. So, what the hell was that about? Did the Taskmaster set us up, or is this a case of we lost a... Oh dear, we lost a package, we can claim on the insurance. What a shame. He seems to be hiding something. Use the doubt emote. So you're trying to rob me of my money. Kobolds. Okay, back out and find this scavenger. Something about catching worms. And you've just handed me some small-scale explosives. Lovely. We'll hand these worms over before we go in search of the Gigantenders. Once upon a time, this blind tunneling creature had a much more respectable name. Now it is only known as the Sand Wiggler. Okay, he's gonna go speak to his boss before we head out, or head back I should say. Let's get some of these succulents. Some more cactus flesh. Happy days. Quickly go seek out this Aether current. State of occurrence far to the west. It looks like it's like a U shape, maybe. Seems like there's some big, impassable terrain. Oh, Bill. Here is the Gigantender flesh. Whether this foodstuff is suitable for vegetarians is a subject of much debate. Just give us a little bit of a gale for our trouble. So the scavenger's been giving a promotion, I suppose. Chief Worm Scavenger. Or Wangler, I suppose. Right. Give me just a couple of minutes. Real life intrudes. And then we'll pick up the other two side missions here. Before we speak to Cassard once again in search of Alisaie. So, squeaky chair. I'll be just a moment. Be right back. Sorry about the wait there. Okay, just adjust my desk, get comfortable. Right, let's see how else we can help or assist the locals here. We have Jin here. The mollycoddled Maud. Jin's son could use a helping hand wherever he is. Jin's worried about his son. Just wants to keep an eye on him. And of course, a shiver down the spine. A rather skittish Maud is at his wit's end and might be glad of a helping hand. Fate going on nearby. We could participate. Let's help out the Mauds first. So we have this Wiggler powder. Finely ground remains of sand wigglers stimulates the olfactory senses of the Maud. have a letter for you. Crumpled and covered in smudges. You can only pray that the recipient is able to decipher its contents. Oh, nice. There's another item level 385 accessory. Oh, you have a quest for us now. I felt your presence. Vamoth gazes wistfully into the distance, his thoughts malms away. Vamoth wants to know what he maybe should buy his daughter as a present. Okay. Vamoth wants us to go back to Jin Jin anyway. Should probably participate in a fate or two nearby to see if we can look into this new fate system. It also would be worthwhile the bonus experience for the challenge log here. The beautiful penmanship is a stark contrast to that of the intended recipient, and the flowing cursive script may even be too elegant for him to read. The Great Samael. That's what the bones were of. I wonder if there's still any of those Samaels wandering around. Right, let's go speak to Cassard. See if we need to assist anyone here in the town before we move on. Working off the meal. Cassard is impressed by your gastronomic fortitude. Okay. We have a market receipt. So we need user to collect Cassard's purchases. We need some table cactus, some iron ore, and some Amh Areng antiques. I don't think this cured leather is one, but since it's why is it shining? Okay. Yeah, we need you, the herbal remedies, I believe. The antiquities. And the iron ore. Sorry about that, I had to mute myself. Had a small coughing fit. Right, now we need the iron ore. Who has that again? Oh, Tol. Okay, where is Tol then? Marketplace is probably not over here. Oh, maybe down here. There we go. It was iron. Awesome. There's all your supplies. You do? Okay. Good timing. With another escort. The owner of the inn. Ooh, hello. A new quest has opened up. Will this offer us an Aether Current? Indeed it will. Work to live or live to work. Gen is fidgeting even more than usual. Gen's son is a very hard worker. Maybe working too hard. We can speak to him about it. This fate respawned relatively quickly. I imagine the spawn rate of fates in these new zones has been increased just for people to level up and do the fates around this area relatively quickly and often. So Gun here is determined to find at least one item which may be worthwhile before he takes a break. Nothing there. Nothing there either. A signet ring. Untold years spent buried beneath sand and rubble have done little to tarnish this exquisitely crafted piece of jewelry. And even though we got the Aether current, it could call this quest quits. It actually continues on. We might as well stick around. Lord of the Ring. Gun is thrilled by the signet ring you have discovered. So just teleport back over to Mordsuk in the distance there. Save ourselves a little bit of time. We need to find someone with white hair who smells of cabbage. So now we discovered that the signet ring was used to seal letters from Amh Areng. We need to try and identify the crest on the ring. So it's a unique ring, but everyone would have had one who was wealthy in that time period. The Nabath Breakdown. Gun is finally ready to obey his father's orders and take a well-earned rest. I think we need to head to the inn at Journey's Head anyway. That's where Alisaie is apparently working as a guard. So I guess we'll grab our innkeeper and travel that way anyhows. There's an Aether current relatively close by. I wonder if it's here. Looks like there's like a cave entrance. Ah! I guess we can't get that one until later, unless I can climb this. No, I cannot. I guess we're coming back here later. What level is that Fate? Level 76. Right. Again, this might be a region that's split in half. Which is fine if it is. A desert crossing. Tesleen is eager to set off. Yeah, I think, is that where we're heading? I believe so. Keep our eyes open for any coyotes that may be around. wants us to go ahead and clear the way. Oh, we have a miner here. Okay, let us journey onwards. It's a lot like, what's its name? The village in southern Fanalan. New Alamigo. Oh, sorry, Little Alamigo. Home of the Afflicted. We heard something similar to this in the Crystarium. Bind ourselves, and since we've escorted Tweslene, before we speak to her once again, let's seek out Gun. Ah. And we found... ooh, a dirt-encrusted shield. So where the flood of light kind of ended. It's left like a chasm. And we found a sand-caked statue. While you suspect this may simply be a ball of clay with rudimentary eye holes poked into it, an assessment of its true worth is best left to a historian. Maybe like a child's toy, maybe? Oh! A decorative Maud's head sculpture. Okay. There's one more excavation site to discover. Semi-auto Malik. Gun can barely contain his excitement at the prospect of yet more digging. Relatively close by to another Aether current. Guess we can go seek that out first. Ooh. Is there a drop nearby? It's like a big arrow here. Maybe... I don't know. Here's another Aether current down that way. What? Ooh, hello. Like a rail line. Oh, there's an Aether current relatively close by once again. I wonder if the rail line is what separates the east from the west side. It looks like it may be. Potentially, anyway. You might hear some beeping in the background as one of the neighbours' lorries is reversing into the cul-de-sac. Apologies for that. Even the window's slightly ajar just to try and get some air while streaming. It's summer, so of course it is reasonably warm. Where did he go? Jamiel is nowhere to be seen. Seemingly Jamiel was a ghost of the last Malik of Amh Areng. Let's speak to Gungun's father. Let him know the situation of what we discovered before we go back to the inn at Journey's End. Maybe Gungun was working a bit too hard. Not really. And there's a chain of quests complete here in Mordsuk. So now we might finally get to meet up with Alisaie once again. Following in her footprints, Tesli and Casa gaze around the inn, hoping to spot Alisaie. Okay. She's probably out on patrol. Alisaie is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground. You think they may be about the right size. What the hell happened here? Was she in a fight?
Get back here! Is that... It can't be. Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner. How are you? We've fought them to a standstill, then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphonse must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Eorzea were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Eorzea's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, It rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Well, that's depressing. At least we've learned more about the Afflicted now. Is that also true for that individual who was trying to drink himself into a stupid, a Crystarium? Culling their ranks. Alisaie would have you help her finish her betrothal. Okay. Search for any Sin Eaters we might find to the west of the inn. Oh, there's nothing. There was one here. I was just getting myself all prepared for combat as well. Okay. Well, we have a whole new selection of quests we can pick up here at the Inn at Journey's End. What we'll do is we'll take a break now that we've been united with Alisaie. And we'll see what the situation is here in Amh Areng. I'm going to try and remember the region's name properly and how to pronounce it. And we'll see if we can help out Alisaie and the locals here before we try and convince Alisaie to go back to the Crystarium to meet with her brother and plan our tasks, what we're going to be doing to try and prevent the Sin Eaters from getting everyone else. Either way, this has been AnthWolf. Thank you all for joining me here for some more Final Fantasy XIV, and I will probably stream some more later on today, but I'll take a small break and we'll see what the future brings. But once again, thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you hopefully for more in the future. Until then, no. Bye bye now.